Today's social democracies are founded on the principle that the government's role is not just to provide for the protection of the people, but also to redistribute wealth and equalise life chances, to balance out the inequalities of the market economy, in other words. And taxation was supposed to be the means to achieve that. Yet, despite increased taxes and increased government activity, our society has grown deeply unequal, by some measures the most unequal it has ever been in the history of the free world. And these inequalities take many forms. There is health inequality, which is rampant. The difference in life expectancy between the richest and poorest in the UK is now at its widest ever. In other words, health inequality has got worse, not better, under the NHS. There is inequality of opportunity. Across the world, the privately educated outperform the state educated. We all know about the wealth gap. Billionaire wealth rises at 6 times the speed of an ordinary worker's. The combined wealth of the richest 1% is greater than the other 99% put together. Our systems of tax and money actually cause wealth inequality. The two biggest causes are 1, income tax, and 2, state money, fiat money. If you are starting out with nothing in life, all you have is your labour. Yet we tax labour heavily and constantly, largely because income tax has proven so easy to collect. In taxing labour so heavily, however, we restrict the possibilities of those who rely on their labour to advance. The super rich, however, hard though they may have worked, are unlikely to be there as a result of their paid labour, except in the rare cases of those on extraordinarily high salaries, such as football players and multinational CEOs and so on. Most are there through the expansion and the appreciation of their businesses and their assets, their houses, their land, their companies, their stocks, their shares, their bonds, their fine art, and so on. These are not taxed year in, year out in the way that income is, and I'm not saying they should be. Even at the point of sale, assuming there is one, if there is a gain, the rate payable is usually lower, and many simply avoid selling where they can, or they employ avoidance and reinvestment schemes before the gains become taxable profit. The wealthy have the ability to navigate complex tax systems in a way which the poor cannot. Complexity causes inequality. In short, one group, workers, pays a higher rate of tax. Asset owners pay nothing. Income and capital are not taxed equally, hence inequality. Now look at this last year. Anyone with capital has had a bonanza since COVID. Their shares have gone up, their house has gone up. Anyone without it has been hit. Then, on top of having their earnings taken from them and not earning their own labour, the money workers are paid in loses its value. Central banks say inflation is 2%, 1.5%. Meanwhile, houses are going up at 10%, and they get further and further out of the reach of young people who want somewhere to live. Compound that process over 30 years, and you have the housing market we have today. And then there is printing money. Printing money is stealing from the young and from the poor. I say that again. Printing money is stealing from the poor. It benefits those who own assets, land, property, companies, stocks, shares, even fine art and antiques. These rise in price the more that gets printed. But at the same time, it hurts those who rely on salaries. The purchasing power of the money they are paid in is eroded, while the price of the assets they want to buy, especially houses, goes further and further out of reach. The salaried classes are hit on both sides. First, their labour is taxed. Then the money they are paid in loses its value. Our systems of tax and money actually cause inequality. The tax system does not treat people equally. Some are penalised, others benefit. It's why so many economies have become geared around asset ownership. Health inequality has risen under the NHS. State education is creating inequality of opportunity. State money and taxes cause wealth inequality. It is almost as though government is the problem. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with another video very soon. Please subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, cheerio.